Westminster's Election Day is on Tuesday, May 13th. In preparation, we sat down with Mayor Becker to ask a few questions. What would you like your voters to know about you?
You know, I think that I'm a pretty transparent person, so I think a lot of the voters already know quite a bit about me. The one thing that I always like to reiterate close to the election is how much I really love the city of Westminster and enjoy living here. I think that Westminster has so much to offer, and have been really proud and humbled over the last 4 years to serve as mayor. So, you know, I think about those things, and I also want voters to know that I'm really excited about the future of the next 4 years. We've got some really great projects planned that will hopefully, come to fruition. Mm-hmm. Being a council member for 4 years before being elected mayor definitely helped lay some of the groundwork. So I think when I became mayor, the learning curve was not as steep. So having that experience, learning about how the municipal government worked, on the inside for 4 years before becoming mayor was incredibly helpful. And I would really recommend that to anyone who's really thinking about it, because the municipal world is a very different world from any other career that I've had. And I really have to say, one of the things that I do enjoy is really being out on the street, meeting people, welcoming them to Westminster. And also, we have some great businesses on Main Street, and I'm downtown every Saturday. I put some money in my pocket, I come down, and I come to support the local economy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What determined your decision to rerun?
I've heard from so many people since I've become mayor about how wonderful they think the city is and how awesome they think, everything is going. That encouragement and that support from the voting community really helped me make that decision. And plus, we're working on some projects like the Wakefield Valley Master Plan, Pure Water Westminster, that I really want to see through to the end. And so, I need at least another 4 years to do that.
Can you talk more about the reuse facility project?
Yeah, sure. So Westminster is building the very first water recycling facility or water reuse facility in the state of Maryland. It's called Pure Water Westminster, and this is an indirect potable water reuse facility. So we will be taking some of the treated effluent from the wastewater treatment plant and treating it to ultra high drinking standards, and then sending it to our reservoir to mix with our reservoir, and then we'll be back into our drinking water system. But one of the reasons why this is really important is we're in a drought. Again, we've been in a drought for the last several years, and this will help secure Westminster's water future for the next several years. So if you talk to anyone who wants to come into Westminster to do business, we don't have a lot of water, and that's been our Achilles heel. That's how I say that. But this project will help alleviate some of that. We're going to break ground on that very shortly, start construction, and that should be done within a couple years. Not a lot of people know, but Westminster's water and sewage system actually serve about 20,000 county residents. So they're not residents of the city. So the county does depend on us for water and sewer for those residents. And so I think that that's really important. But, over the next 4 years, I'm really looking forward to seeing Wakefield finished. That's emerging as a really great regional park, not only for Westminster, but for the surrounding area. The conference center at Wakefield Valley will be done this summer. We'll start to take reservations for that. So that's going to be an event center. We have so many new things in the works, even for 2026 for downtown, that I just want to look forward to seeing all these be completed, including some more Christmas lights.
Ooh, I love Christmas lights. And I feel like that's exciting to hear about downtown Westminster, because I feel like it's more of a touristy attraction.
I'm going to take that.
Because people outside of Carroll County, friends of friends, know Westminster for downtown Westminster. And
Right,
they will
thank
come
you.
for,
Thanks.
So I feel like it kind of holds everyone together. So that's exciting to hear.
One of the things we've noticed about our strolls that we have, first of all, we draw 10 to 12,000 people to Main Street. Individuals come from Northern Virginia, they come from Central Pennsylvania, they come from, close to Philly. And so we are really getting known for our events. And when people come to Westminster during one of those events and they see all these great things that they have, they're going to come back. Right. So this summer we have a Toast to Italy. That's our new event that's going to be happening in July. I can't wait for that. We have Westminster Wednesdays again this year. So that's the first Wednesday of every month. Businesses are open till late, retail, restaurants are open. In fact, today is one.
had no idea.
Yeah, so after my budget meeting, I'm gonna duck into Westminster and, go up to Covalent, do some shopping and things like that. But even the Westminster Wednesdays have become more popular. And so I think we're seeing a lot more engagement from residents and visitors alike on Main Street. And I just love that for the town.
Well, I appreciate you sitting down with us today, and good luck.
Thank you.
Next
you.
Tuesday,
Yep.
May 12th,
13th.
13th. And congrats also on the rerun.
Yeah,
for
thank you very
2025.
much.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming by and chatting with me, and I'll talk to you next week.
Anytime.
All right, thank you.
If you're unable to vote in person, you can request an absentee ballot at 45 West Main Street in the City of Westminster Administration Building or online.